Hi guys, hope you're well today. Hello, thank you for tuning in. So, we're gonna get ourselves started. I know it's loud outside. That's the construction. Unfortunately, I can't make them stop. I wish I could. But definitely thank you for tuning in. So today what we're going to do is use some yoga to help build our core strength. And we can start out really simply by just being mindful of how we position our body, right? Taking the time to, I don't want to say format the body, but if you kind of think about formatting a paper, think about your body needing that same type of commitment. So we want to make sure that our feet are hips width apart. And to be able to do that, we want to take our two fists and we press them together. And we'll be able to see that in between our knees, our two fists hug hips width apart. And then they come down right within line with our body. Then to sit up nice and straight, that helps to give us that foundation that we need. We can take our hands and then press them into the back body behind us. And take a few breaths here. Just inhale and exhale. You want your back body to just kind of get in the habit of sitting up straight so that when you pull your arms out and away, you're already positioned where your torso is long and stretching all the way up through your chest and through your neck. So I need a few breaths to be able to do this. You're welcome to take as many breaths as you like. Once you're positioned, we'll move back a little bit. Once you're positioned and you feel like you're strong, we're going to bring our upper body up so that our hands are parallel to one another. Inhale, sit up nice and straight, balance on the sits bone. Exhale, release. And this might be a lot for you to just be able to do this, and you're welcome to just stay here. But you want to make sure that you're wrapping the muscles from your abdomen around your back body. And how do you do that, you might ask, right? Well, the more that you sit up straight and squeeze that core and that lower pelvic body, right there in that lower pelvis, sort of like the Kegel exercises that women do when they're pregnant, where they can kind of like hold that pelvis area and then release it. It goes a step further with Kegel, but I don't want to really get into all of that. But definitely you can go ahead and you can start to work that lower part of the body. And if that's the only thing you're doing for your practice, that's great, because eventually you're going to progress to the next step. So inhale, sit up nice and straight if you can. And you can take it to the next level, which is you lift your feet up off of the ground. And then this is boat pose. Inhale and exhale, and we hold our boat. This might be a lot, but you want to make sure that your back body, just so you can see it, is shooting out of your sits bone. So it's almost like a flower blooming. So your back body is flourishing out and it's blooming out. And our feet are about hips width apart. Some people are more flexible than me. They can actually kick their feet. They can kick their feet all the way up into the air, and you're welcome to do that. I have very tight hamstrings, so it's very difficult for me to do that at this time. Eventually, I'll be able to do that. So I know my limits, but you're welcome to go as far as you can, go. Make sure you're sitting up nice and straight. You can boost yourself up if you've lost that. Take the hands, press them together. Inhale, press up so that your pressed hands are coming out of your heart body. And then exhale to pivot to the right. Come back up to center, pivot to the left. Inhale, exhale. And now every time that you push up, your bottom hand is pushing up into your hand that's on top. And the reason for this is that we're gaining strength into our arms, and it's helping to also keep us alive and active in our upper body. Okay? So that's one form of boat pose, right? But we have another form in yoga. And it's the same type of concept, except that the hands come out in front of you, and we extend our whole body down, and then we squeeze the core to come back up, and it's more of like a sit-up, right? So you come down and back up. It's almost like you're really rocking on a boat. So I do about 4 of those. And here the knees can kind of come together. It helps, right? So that's another form of boat pose. Also, another really great, well, there's a couple more I want to go through, but another great one to try to challenge yourself is where you keep your feet down on the ground, right? Your big toe, your little toe, all feet down, including your heel. And then slowly, your feet are hips width apart, but slowly you begin to flow down to the count of maybe 5 or 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then try to keep your feet down. And your big toes don't want to come up, but it's just a challenge to keep it down. Then you come back up. And you can do that again a couple of times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Squeeze back up. Bring your hands down. The other thing you can do is extend the legs out in front of you, right? So we're taking it a step further. Let me make sure that you can see me in there. Yep. We're going to lift this up just a little bit. Because once I extend the feet out, there we go. So once I extend the feet out in front of me, you can keep them out. We're going to do that same concept of bending over, right? We're going to trace our hands on our body, and this is more of like a yoga Pilates move mix. Lift our arms up into the air, and then slowly, trying to keep our legs down on the ground, is just roll back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms are going to extend up, over, back down. Again, we can trace that part of our body, coming all the way up. Inhale, and then exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you take a weight, right? And then you take this weight, you bring it inside of your hands, and then you begin to trace the body. So now you're not only building the core strength, and also squeezing on those thighs is going to help to give you some strength in the thighs as well. But now your arms are also included, and you can tone up those arms. And then you begin to release, trying to keep those legs down on that ground. Inhale up, scooching up, and then exhale down. Trying to figure out what happened with Meek Mills and Nicki Minaj. No idea what's going on all over the web, but some real crazy stuff. Even Paris Hilton's coming at Beyonce. I have no idea what happened. I woke up this morning, I was confused. I got sidetracked. I was like, well, maybe they're distracting us from something else that's on the news. So I gotta look through the web and see what happened across the world. Or the celebrities have just lost their mind and they're going kind of crazy. I don't know. Sorry for that sidetrack. But it was really on my mind. I'm really trying to figure out what happened. I'm so oblivious to life sometimes. So that's another move, right? And we have one more to go. Back on focus, right? And it's your good old-fashioned sit-ups, right? But we're not going to do sit-ups the same way. What we're going to do is we're going to take our feet, push them up, and our hands are going to be right here. Instead of dropping all the way back down and you feel that tension in the neck, We're just going to keep our core activated. And then we're going to do our bicycles. Now you can do these sit-ups a million different ways, right? You can do bicycles. You can do like bench presses. I mean, you name it, you can do it. But we're going to focus on bicycles. And what I want you to think about doing is bringing the shoulder towards your knee. Not so much the knee towards your shoulder. Like, it's easy to do this. It's a lot harder to squeeze. If these don't work for you and you want to come down, you can, but you got to keep that same concept in mind. We're going to bring that shoulder up towards the knee as far as we can. So those are your options. Definitely make it work for you. Some people like to bring the hands behind the head or do whatever. Those are a couple of us. If you work on them, you'll start to see different a change in your stomach, and you'll really feel that core strength. And once you start to build core strength, it can feel really, really good. Like, you're gonna love it, right? I did want to share one more with you. And I had a teacher once tell me about this one. She was like, if you do this for 5 minutes a day, your love handles will go away. So I don't think I've ever done it for 5 minutes, but I do try to do it when I do my yoga. And it's just to stay here like this. Remember in the beginning we were like getting ready for boat pose? You can literally just stay here like this, and if you can hold that for a couple of like minutes, like even a minute or 30 seconds, you can start to really shape up this area right here. We call that our rolls, I guess. So we can start to shape that up and kind of tone it just by staying here. And trust me, it works the body out. It is quite the workout. So I'm going to be available to answer any questions you have, and I can do some more demos if you need help. So I'm going to bring the phone around. Just let me know your thoughts. You have any questions, guys? Anything? So this is my yoga mat, weights, some other stuff that you can use with your yoga are these. These are weights that go around the ankle. If you're doing that particular boat pose and you put these on, boy, you're going to feel it. Trust me. You can also run in these. Anything that you're doing naturally, even like cleaning dishes and walking around the house and stuff like that, you put those on, you'll start to tone up the glutes. And you'll do it in a slow manner, but, you know, it'll be nice and lean muscle. I mean, I guess the heavier you put it on, the better the muscle, but still. Another thing that I have is this. So you can always use this thing, incorporate that. That's a whole nother video. And another thing is these straps, right? It's really good to have these straps if you do yoga, Pilates, because you can gain access to positions like through building and using that as like I guess, like, I don't want to say like a crutch, but that's kind of what you're doing. You're using it, and each time that you start to do the pose, you'll get a little bit more flexible. Plus, it can feel really good if you are extending the legs and you're doing different exercises on the lower part of the body, because those will give you the really good stretch. I'll show you how to do that one day too. You trust me, you'll enjoy it. You'll love me. So this is going to be posted on YouTube and our website. My website is creativemindsyoga.com, which is MIND as in diamond, Z as in zebra.com. My email address is on there if you need me. And I take this and put it on YouTube, so you can always refer back to it. But any questions you have, just shoot me an email. Okay? And until next time, take care. Oh, hey, Jackie! You were? You didn't tell me! Did you do the workout with me today? Did you work on the core? Yay! How was it? Oh, you know.
Awesome. I'm happy you enjoyed it. Yeah, the core is so important. That is the foundation in our lower part of our torso that really helps to allow us to use the rest of our body the appropriate way. You're welcome. So take care, and if you have any questions, just let me know. And especially you, Jackie. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you.